Good morning. Today is the 11th of August and it is part 4 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the enormous Cranleigh Lions classic car show here at Cranleigh in Surrey. I do apologise in advance for the wind noise, for all the incorrect information that has so far been permeating the first 3 parts, and if I fall over, I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we've arrived at the South Coast Cop Cars stand, and first of all we see one of the very last of the Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptors. This is a 2011, it's the very last year they made these. The chassis dates back I think to 1979 on these. One of the biggest advantages, of course, it's a separate chassis configuration, or body on frame as the Americans call it, and so if you do have kind of anything you need to do on these, straighten out the chassis, it's quite easy. And then we have a Plymouth Fury 77, 78 on an S. Remember things like this from, I don't know, lots and lots of episodes of Dukes of Hazzard, and obviously View to a Kill they had, I think, Plymouth Furies and Dodge Monacos and things like that, didn't they? 1990 Ford Crown Victoria, I think LTD Crown Victoria, I think they were at this time. Same chassis but a different body on this earlier type. There we go, LTD Crown Victoria. Even an airbag in this actually by 1990. And this is a Ford Explorer Police Interceptor. This is one of the more modern things that you might see actually these days if you go to America. That's pretty much replaced the Crown Victorias now, and I think the later one was the Chevy Caprice, was it? This thing was based on a Holden, both disappeared now. Well, how about this Dodge Charger, I think they call these. The number plates obviously don't bear necessarily much sort of relation to the year of these cars. They are personal ones on these two, US 62, US 61, and then US 63, another Dodge Charger, which is it's pretty interesting really seeing these. Now somebody who's a channel member has offered me a go in his Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. It's a bit earlier than that 2011 one there. Hopefully we can make that work at some point. But there we go, a selection of American police cars. So next section, viewers, going to look at some Triumphs now. The TR registered Thames Valley Group. Do we have an information sheet? Yes we do, 1955 Triumph TR3.
Yeah,
Superb. Nice colour that. Very nice. Early TR3 I think.
I have a couple of bits of lost
Another
property.
TR3 here as well.
We had a card
I think
handed
it's
in
a little bit later
from
this
the
one.
bar, and Mr. Very Conti, if you've lost your card, your credit card, if you pop to the PA Caravan, we'll reunite you with it.
And then this one's got the Cooper version, the GT4A. GTR 4A. A lot of letters and numbers there. I have heard of these. I've never seen one of these, but I have heard of them. And here we go. Here is one. It's the first time for me. 67, and then there's a normal TR4A here, and another one there as well. I guess a TR4 rather than an A. This is the A because the TR4As have the independent rear suspension, which it proudly displays on the back of the car every time that you happen to see them. When I think of the TR4As, I always think of this colour actually. Next to it is the 64. As you can see, they are very similar. It's just that's got the independent rear suspension, like on the Jaguar, I think, at the time. Then we leap forward through the. That's loud. Through to the TR6. We've skipped the TR5 for some reason. You might see one of those in another stand, but going up to the TR6. This is a 70 to 71 on a J, 72, 73 on an L, and then a interesting sort of looking TR7 on the back. I think someone's put Rover SD1 facelift tail lights on that, which you can do. And someone's put also a 5-speed gearbox in that, which is, or rather just a gear lever. I think the very early ones actually the 4-speed, so someone just changed the gear lever on that. There's those two TR6s there. And then another TR3, probably another early one, sort of 55 or something like that, this one. With some interesting wheels. It's been painted the same colour as the car.
So just a reminder,
it's another Vitesse.
Hot today, so please do
Stay
slap on sun cream.
away from there. Almost got run over in the last part of you, so not so keen to have that happen again. I'll let that gentleman park his car. We'll have a look at this TR8 instead. 1981. Let's have a look at the back of that, and that is a Cranleigh built one. Crossover year for them was 1980, and we stopped making them in Cranleigh, the factory closed, and started making them in Solihull instead. Late Vitesse convertible here, 70 to 71 on a J. We'll see a lot of Vitesses here today. That we already have done. I think this is a Herald 1360 convertible. Yes, it is the same year as the Vitesse, 70 to 71 on a J. Very rare thing here. This is a Triumph Courier, which is the van version of the Herald. I imagine this was quite basic. I think I've only ever seen a couple of these ever. You see plenty of Heralds and Vitesses, but not Couriers. Another J-Reg Vitesse, 70 to 71. Another TR6, 71, 72 on a K. Same colour, aren't they? Exactly. 73, 74 TR6. This is mostly yellow. Could be wrong, like I am about so many things in my life. At least it's just confirm it. It's a 73. And this is a TR6. Excellent. That's good. This is the Spitfire Mark III, 67, 68. And that is Mimosa yellow. I was actually right, just changed. 72, 73 Stag. Mark II with the interior light and the sort of T-bar at the top. That was an automatic. 1967 Triumph Spitfire. That one looks very slightly different from the other one, so I'm assuming that's some Mark II, but I could be wrong. Right, on everything seemingly. MGC GT, 1968-69. This one's an automatic. Straight away, it's got the bonnet bulge, so it is a C rather than a B. Right, next section, viewers. If you want to see what the basic wheels look like on a Stag, these were the ones that actually just came as standard with them. You had to option the what we call the Stag alloy wheels now. But the one I drove, which was back in 2023, also had those wheels on. It's also exactly that age and that colour. Got another one of these side valve Fords here. That's probably not a side valve Ford now, is it? I imagine it's been changed for something more exciting in the engine. 1948 Ford pickup from Horsham Forge. Horsham's not very far from here, of course. 1967 Chevrolet Camaro SS. Yes, £45,000 apparently. Call Mike on 07973 400 415. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. Then got Mark II, probably Zephyr or Zodiac. Oh, it is Zodiac, okay. Mark II Zodiac, which has had some front end treatment on there, maybe a Mustang V8 put in it. And speaking of Mustangs, here is one. This is 1967. Got lots and lots and lots of friends in the back there. Got a vast quantity of them. Hopefully they are being good and won't wander off for a picnic. Is this one of these MGB GT, like, I can't remember what they're called now, special editions? Very early rubber bumper car, so probably a 75, I think. Oh yeah, it's a Jubilee one. Okay, so I was right for a change. 1966 MGB GT. early one. I think they came out in 65, so quite an early BGT. Much later one here. Again, this should have red bumpers on it, like that green one there, but never mind, won't get into all that now. That's 75, 76. And then we have a TF here. So 1952, sorry, TD, sorry. Exported to the USA with right-hand drive in 1952. Okay, you could get a left-hand drive one, I'm sure you could. I wonder where that is. Okay, I'm not going to question it though. MG Midget, 73, 74. MGB, some year. This has had presumably like an engine swap in it or something. Don't think it's a C. Another one of these Jubilee ones. I didn't realise they were so common. It looks good. It's 75, this one. And then we have a Sunbeam Alpine. It is quite nice actually. That is very nice. Say a Series 3. Right viewers, I just had to have a sneeze there. I do apologise, I don't like to sneeze on camera. That's a 63, that Alpine. Very nice. Bit of a 1.6 engine in it. 67 MGB V8 conversion. It's a nice cool breeze coming through viewers, that's much appreciated. Right, next section, another MGB, of course, because it's the law, you must have as many of them at the show as possible. This particular one dates from 73, 74. We've got the picnic basket on the back. 2019 Aston Martin DBS Superleggere. I mean, it's probably not particularly light, is it? But it's nice. I mean, I happily ever go with one of those, of course. And then we've got this very big Chevrolet Silverado. Like so many of the American cars that are here today, absolutely massive. Actually, a lot later than I thought. I thought the 70s, but actually 1985, 86 on the scene. Austin A40 Farina. Probably not a Countryman, but we'll see at the back if it is. No, the Countryman's obviously very rare because I've only seen ever a couple of those. Then we have a Morris 8, I think. Yes, Morris 8 Series E, it will be. So either immediately pre or immediately post-war. Mini 1275 GT, 1980. Oh, this looks a very nice, clean one. Yeah, really sort of fetching good money nowadays. And then a mini pickup, 68, 69 on a G. Made around the same time as the Mark II minis, but of course they never had the upgrades from the Mark I's. They always had this little pressed steel grille and those door handles, and the sliding one is right the way up to the end of production in 1982. Then we go down here, and that Honda's been moved from somewhere else. So we've already filmed that. We haven't filmed though this very, very early Series 1 Land Rover. My goodness me, look at this. It's such a basic thing, isn't it? It's a basic looking car. On the Spark, we'll have to not have a look at that other Land Rover views, but we can have a look at this very, very nice Volvo 960 Estate. And the perfect specification in dark green with a beige leather interior and wood. Very, very tasteful indeed.
Only 3 in the UK.
Thank you. Not so sure about those headlamps though. That's probably not what all the come factory with. And an E46 M3. Now, did these come out of the factory with indicators like this? I don't know. 2002. Right, we'll skip that 207 because it's got a Prince engine in it. We'll go on now to the Jaguar E-Type Series 1. This one is a 4.2 from 1966. I have driven a 4.2 in 1966. It was a 2+2. GVR Chimera 450 2001. Gosh, I didn't think they made the Chimera this late. Obviously they did, because here is one, but there we go. I think the V8 in it still. And then another Morris Minor, because why not have loads of Morris Minors? It's a classic car show in the UK after all, with roast style wheels. And then a very, very nice Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, 1966. This is actually the GTA Sprint version. That is a rare and valuable thing, viewers. Very, very rare and valuable. Then a Morgan from the mid-90s, 96, 97, but wearing the silver on black plates, which I do not think should be on cars after 1973, but of course your opinion may vary on that subject. Another Ford Sierra RS Cosworth hatch. I think those are wheels off an Escort Cosworth from memory. Obviously, actually underneath they're the same car, so that makes sense. 86, 87, these were made only. We've seen all three colours now, so it's white, black and moonstone blue, I think would be any colours for those. Lancia Beta 2000 injection coupe, 1983-84. Very nice, viewers. It's the kind of thing we like to see at a show like this. Very, very much so. So I don't know what this Focus is doing in here. Has this got an engine we can talk about in it, or not? Yes, it has. I don't know quite what it's doing here, but I'm in here anyway. The car that's actually one registration year later than that, so I can't complain. 1979 to 80 Ford Escort Mark II 4-door with I think probably an MT75 gearbox in it. That. Then some more MGs. Lots and lots of MG clubs are here today. That looks like a TC to me, but I could be totally wrong. This is one of the larger ones actually. This is a YT from 1949 in what the owner calls Limoncello, which is probably an appropriate description of that colour, I should think. 2003 to 4 TF. I think we'll be seeing lots more TFs today as well. It's like a TB or something. TB's are very rare. No, it's a TC. Okay, it's 49. There's only one off, viewers, so you'll forgive me for that. All the things I get wrong. Another MGB, both the same sort of age. Both 73, 74 on M. And then, again, I'm assuming this looks like the other TC, so I think it probably is one. And then we're going to go for this TF, which actually has an information sheet, which is good because it means I don't get things as spectacularly wrong as I normally do. This is actually set, it's 54, that one. It's the 1250, so it's not the 1500 one. Right, next section, viewers. Right, the Cobra Replica Club apparently is this area. 81 to 82 thing that's based on. So many Cobra replicas used, so many types of them. And then this one, 66 plate, but it's really an awful lot later than that. Rover V8 in that, could be a 3.9 I suppose. And then amidst of this, a Honda S2000. I have to say, possibly for me, I prefer these to the co-replicas, but that could just be me. This is one of the facelifted ones. I'll do 6-speed manual in one of these. I'd like to go to S2000 at some point in my life. I've never managed it yet. Key plate, this one. A lot of them seem to have like a Ford steering column for some reason. Obviously, it's quite easy to get hold of those, and generally they do have the Ford V8s in them, but not all of them do. Current generation Mustang 5-litre V8. This one's got a Ford racing engine there. It says 65 on the plate, but I imagine it's probably not 65 build, is it? Like this one here, which is 63 plate, but that's definitely not a 63. course, but I do like the beige leather interior. The thing is, these cars are really expensive. Even the replicas are expensive. Like the real ones are sort of millions of pounds. So even to see replicas is very nice because someone's put a lot of time and money into making these, which means that you can enjoy it at a fraction of the price of a real one. And a lot of them have beige leather interiors, which I'm extremely grateful. This one's got a Chevy V8 in it rather than a Ford one. But yeah, there we go. Go straight on actually to some Jaguar action here. An XKR Dynamic. This is the X150 model with cream leather interior. And this is a 2014, it's one of the very last of them. Little friend Jaguar in the front of that as well. Then 67 Jaguar Mark II, 3.4 litre, still got the sort of original spec bumpers at this stage. Later on, I think that year, we went to the 340, which has the slimmer bumpers. Then another XKR, but presumably an earlier X150 type. I prefer the ones with the wood in the interior, but we'll take what we can get because they're nice as well. Talking of wood and leather, here's an X100 type of XKR convertible in dark green with a beige leather interior and wood, the classic interior in this one. I do very much like a beige leather interior, viewers, as you probably worked out by the time that we're actually in this part, and I am enjoying myself tremendously. So now we've gone on to the kind of Series 2s by this, Series 2E type. And talking about the later ones of these Mark IIs, this is a 3.8, but it's probably been swapped in there because it's got all the other hallmarks of a 340 Jaguar. And someone's also changed the interior, so it suggests to me that actually that's been engine swapped. All the family's coming today though. Oh, very nice viewers. Another X100, this time an XK8, and more beige leather interior action with wood. Very, very nice. The only problem I have with these cars, I have driven one, the 97 Coupe, is the rear space, which is not very good. The way to resolve that is just to buy one of these, which is actually the same sort of chassis. This is an X300 XJ12, this one, which is rather nice. Do we have possibly a beige leather interior with wood? Yes, we do. We've got a Motorola mobile phone from back in 1996 as well. This is the long wheelbase version, because they are a bit cramped at the back actually, the standard ones of these, so that's a way around it, although they do tend to rot worse than the standard ones, so just bear that in mind if you're going to buy one. Another Mark II, as you can see, this one's got the original spec bumpers on it. It's a 65, this one, this 3.8, with a 4-speed manual. Very, very nice. And a Daimler Super V8. Yes, please, viewers. We like the Daimlers very, very much. Does it actually say what year this is actually? Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's annoying. Never mind. I still enjoy the interior though. Monogrammed beige leather interior, seats with wood and piping, and a J-gate, and all the luxury you could possibly imagine in your life, and quad zone climate control and all sorts of things. We'd like one of those very, very much. It would be rather nice. Even being in the back would be nice. Series 3 Jaguar E-Type, 1973. In contrast to this Series 1. Yeah, I remember driving the Series 1 that I drove in 2020. That was nice. This is an even earlier one, it's a 3.8 litre, be about 62, 63, something like that. Another X150 XKR here. Lots of personal plates, so no idea exactly what year these are. Just have to sort of guess. There we go. And then 1998 and 1999 X100 4 litre convertible with beige leather interior and wood. Yes, we enjoy ourselves very much when we come to shows like this, viewers. And then we've actually seen that S-Type R earlier on, so we'll go on to the next section, which is the MG Owners Club West Sussex division. And straight away we've got a Lotus Elan in it, so obviously a bit more flexible about what they let in than some clubs are. It's a Series 1 M100 Elan, 1990-1991. And then a Lotus Europa. I imagine this is the twin cam version, 1971-1972. There's the police cars we saw at the beginning of this part, actually displaying their capabilities. 72-73 MGB. I think that's in blaze red from memory. MGF. This looks a bit like a trophy, this one. If it's a trophy 160, it'll say on the back. It is a trophy 160, it'll be about 2001 in that case. So we've got two 67 MGPs here, and we're definitely not finished with this stand yet, because there's an awful lot more to sort of see over here. So many MG clubs here, viewers. More than I've ever seen before in my entire life. What we're doing now is go down to this end and look at some more Triumphs. We'll work our way back down this row. So a Triumph Herald Coupe. These are exceptionally rare. I think these are discontinued in 1964. I wonder if it's actually a 1200 or if it's a 948cc. It could be a 948cc, I suppose. Boot might tell me. Look at it. Thank you. Look on the boot, it does take to 1200, so there we go. Very rare, the coupes indeed. I don't think I've ever seen one before, actually. We'll move on a bit later here. Same chassis though, the Spitfire 1500, 78-79 on a T. Mimosa yellow. (1966) TR4A, and then the TR250, which is based on the TR5 but American spec with the carburettor as opposed to troublesome Lucas mechanical fuel injection. Yep, TR4A, I was right. And then a Spitfire 4. I think this is the sort of kind of early specification of the Spitfires. Came out in about 1962. So all types of Spitfire here today, as well as everything else. And then we can now move on to the next section of the Triumph 6 Sport Club stand. There's lots and lots of them here today. Look at all these invoices and things. 65 Herald. I imagine this will be a 1250, this one. Just slightly more sporty than the 1200. Don't see too many Herald 1250s. Look at all these invoices.
Bless them. You've got to
So many invoices. So many of them. Talking of 1250, we've got the 1360 here, which is more powerful. The 1360 sort of roughly refers to the engine size, and then the power output, which is about 61 horsepower on these, and it was a 1.3 engine. This one's got overdrive. I've driven one of these. It was a 68 convertible, about the same age as that, so 68, 69, and also we've got the Vitesse again on a G, 68, 69. Those wheels look like it's off a Stag, but I could be wrong. It could be actually the original wheels from it, just look a bit old, perhaps. Then another GT6 Mark II. I think two GT6 Mark IIs here together. 68, 69 on a G once again. Let's not get run over by this Stag. If you stand here and be careful. Having got run over in part 3, or almost run over, we'll be a bit more careful. Oh no, sorry, that's an H1, so 69 to 70. And then an MGR V8. These are based on the MGB, but obviously updated, made from 1992 to 1995. But I have seen one on a 97 plate actually. Obviously hung around for a while. Yeah, I mean that's nice actually. I prefer dark green, but dark blue will do nicely. And then another MGB GT, 1979 to 80 MG Midget. It says on my information sheet this is one of the very, very last ones. Its production finished at Amden in 1979. It's the last month of production, but obviously you can see even ones with 81 plates or even later sometimes. The Bs are even crazier than that. Sometimes I've seen one actually here last year. It was a 1986 MGB. Production finished in 1980 Aberdeen closed, but they just couldn't sell them all off. MGB GT V8, I sort of followed this in actually when I came in this morning. This one is a 73, 74, this was an early one for those. This is a conversion, this car, 70 to 71. The conversion was available, I think Ken Costello did the conversion before it was officially sanctioned in 73, but only the coupes ever got the V8 engine. They weren't available in Roadster, so ones like this that have a V8 engine in would have been converted. 2005 MGTF. Is this like a Spark or something? It's just a normal one. It is a Spark, there's a special edition right at the end. MG A 1600 Mark II, the sort of what 1961, something like that. That looks very shiny engine and everything. Now here's one of the continuation cars. This is a 2009 TF, and it's not late registration. They actually did make these in knockdown kit form at Longbridge between 2008 and 2011. There are only two specifications. I think the LE500 was the most common one, and they have the N series engine rather than the K series. There were two variations of the K series after 2005. One was made by Nanjing Automotive, like this one, the N series, and the turbo version, the Kavachi engine, was made by Shanghai Automotive, which is the NG6. Is this like Lime Flower or Harvest Gold or something, this BGT? Something like that. See, a sunroof for a day like today is good for getting the sort of ventilation going, isn't it? 6970 MGB Roadster, 7475 MGB Roadster in this colour that I can't remember the name of, this sort of purple colour. Then Triumph, it's made its way into here. Sorry, it's not a Triumph at all. This is a Sprite, isn't it? Do apologise. It's a bit different from it. It's 58. It's got sort of different front end from a normal Sprite for some reason. It's sort of been smoothed out. You can't really see that because someone's dropped the bonnet, but it's a bit different. And then 67 MGB Roadster, 7172 MGB GT. Just after I have a fish mouth grill on these. Right, so we're going to the next section, viewers. But we're going to have to end this part here. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again in part 5 for more incorrect information.